rings.
I've just got a quick go to make sure it's all working sitting here, and then I'm gonna. It's happening right now.
Are we on?
I think we are. Yeah. I think we're on, ladies.
Are we?
So.
Where? I'm live.
Tell me when to pop the show.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
we're
live.
Wait, no, wait, when we're all in.
Yeah. We are live.
Hey! Willkommen! Woo! Welcome to our beautiful dinner party. What's it called? Fish without bicycles.
Tell us what that's about.
Oh my goodness!
Well, I awkwardly.
Oh my goodness!
Lovely.
Thank you so much if
Well
you've
done.
joined us here at this beautiful dinner party in my lovely house here in Kreuzberg in Berlin. I just called it Fish Without Bicycles because it's quirky and funny, but it also heralds from an Australian woman, a writer, social activist, parliamentarian who got kicked out of Parliament, so that's cool. And she just said a woman who needs a man is like a fish without a bicycle.
That makes sense.
To
That makes sense.
Cheers to that. Oh my goodness, my beautiful
Absolutely.
friends. Thank you so much. Please let me introduce my gorgeous friends. My co-fish without bicycles. Although of course we're all going to be using this to upgrade and benefit our online dating profiles and your fetish site. So let's not act like we don't need men, just occasionally. But I'd love to introduce my beautiful friend, Freddie Graal, who just won Eurovision. Yeah. Well, the comedy roast battle of Eurovision. She just won it. A beautiful comedian and fantastic poet and wordsmith and general all-round good fish without a bicycle.
Thank you.
And my other beautiful friend who recently I just met, and we did a fantastic show here, the very, very gorgeous Steph Fisher.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
A fellow Antipodean and Australian, and her gorgeous big sister, who I've known for quite a number of years, and we've done lots of gigs and had lots of fun, the magnificent songstress Georgie Fisher.
Woohoo.
Ooh. So I only have talented friends, clearly, because they make me look better. No.
You look amazing.
Oh,
Come
well, I
on.
do. I don't look bad for an old boiler. Let's just dim that light to dingy and let's get down and have a good time. I've got a ring light. I got the porn version. I didn't realise that at the time. But
Sure.
beautiful women, thank you
So
so
who
much.
are you? Who are you?
Yeah,
Amelia Jane Hunter.
About yourself.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me just put on my heels, which are out of camera, but boom. I'm Amelia. I'm Amelia Jane
Amazing,
Hunter.
yeah.
I'm the I guess the wicked witch of this cauldron, right?
Absolutely.
Boom shakalaka. And I just decided after we made that beautiful show, Words and Music, some months ago, I guess,
Yeah.
which we put online and you've all seen, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. I decided let's have another little, soiree. And even though Germany, Berlin opened up yesterday and everyone went out and got super shit-faced, I hear. Lots of hangovers.
Absolutely.
So if you have a hangover, here is the tonic to that.
Yes.
Now I've made us a little curry. We're going to be fish without bicycles who do eat.
Absolutely. It smells amazing.
Yeah, and I just really wanted to invite you all here tonight to not just share the love and life, but also the magnificent talents that we all have, and constantly encourage in front of each other. So I'm going to have some of this.
Super nice.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Amelia.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting
you
us,
so much.
Amelia. Yeah.
You know what? I'm such a hedonist. I would have a party every single night if I could.
It's true.
And this week I did.
Great.
Week,
Oh, yeah.
It started on Friday night. I did a secret gig in a gallery. And it was really fun and stayed in this gallery till 8:30 in the morning.
Nice.
I know,
No
but
joke
when there's
involved.
so many handsome gay men to talk to, what is a woman to do? I suddenly become a cougar on a cruise ship all over again. And then on Saturday night I went camping with a friend and we took some, what should I say? Mushrooms?
Yeah.
And that was magnificent. Intense.
Yeah. Any insights?
Yeah,
that you'd
what's
like
the-
to share?
So many. I think it's the great human reset. I think after this last, 14, 15 months of being told not to be fabulous and not to be on stage, it's the great reset. And Mother Mushroom took me deep into her breast, and it was tough.
And you sucked.
I sucked from that teat so much. And then I had Sunday off to recover and recalibrate the force and the feelings. And then I had Monday off. And then I had Tuesday back on with a friend and gin and tonics. Wednesday and a friend with other things. Thursday with a friend and a bottle of vodka, where we were only going to have one drink, 2 at the most.
We're only going to have one bottle. And then
It's famous last words. We'll just have one.
And I had last night off. So tell me about your week as I serve up this magnificent dinner for us all.
Well, actually, last weekend we went up north to Stralsund. Or was that the weekend before?
Last weekend, that was our first trip out of Berlin in some time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We travelled up to the Baltic Sea,
Wow.
and we did a show in an aquarium of all places.
What?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
In the function
gorgeous.
room beneath a life-sized sculpture of a killer whale.
yeah.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got photographs to prove it.
Wow.
It wasn't
Follow
just a
them on
mushroom trip.
Instagram.
Is it like a live aquarium with fish and...
Yeah, it is,
Do they
yeah.
have sharks?
I'm not
Ooh,
sure. Actually, our
good
tour of the
question.
aquarium
Only
sort of
interested
got...
in the aggressive fish, huh?
No, I'm just wondering what would be an aquarium with just like Baltic
Yeah.
Sea fish. Sorry, no offense, Baltic Sea fish, because I'm sure there's some really interesting ones, but...
Saw a couple of flatfish, didn't we? Yeah, our tour of the aquarium got hijacked. Actually, we only saw one tank, and then we were kicked out because there was somebody doing some filming, and they were sort of like,
wow.
"You guys are being too loud. Can you come later?" And that was sort of our only time to do it. So,
So a fish didn't test positive.
unfortunately, didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they were...
So the two of you sang together? Oh, these
Wow.
two, remarkable. Honestly, obviously you're going to be tuning in on their magnificent SISSOS YouTube channel, but once this magnificence ends, check out all the other videos that they have, because you two struck a chord in me when you recorded that Van Morrison song for your mother last year.
Oh, yeah, we did do that. didn't
It's
we?
amazing. You two are amazing. You're all amazing. All
Amelia.
amazing.
Thank you.
But more on the aquarium. Tell us more. What was the gig entailed? Was it how many people were allowed? What were the acoustics like in the aquarium?
It was, we were in like the function room, so it was like a really massive room, and as Georgie said, there was a life-size killer whale
There was
above
3
us.
life-size whales.
Yeah.
But you
so-
said...
Made of what?
Great question.
Great question. Don't know.
Yeah, because that's quite a lot to... what's the word for stuffing things?
Yeah.
First one to get a
No.
few
Taxidermist.
Oh.
Taxidermist! You share the money.
Yeah.
Must have been made of fiberglass or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of aggressive,
Styrofoam.
isn't it?
Who knows?
Almost,
Yeah, there was-
although they're highly intelligent. Watch Blackfish.
They are.
It's amazing.
Yeah, there were a couple of different bands. I think it was called Stralsunder Songfest.
Yeah.
And that we just got to play a little 20-minute set with a bunch of other acts from all around Germany. And it was live streamed, and no one was allowed to be in the room, but the crew was quite large. So I think there was maybe 20 people there.
Yeah, there was a huge tech
Um,
setup as well. Amazing cameras. Like,
Yeah.
Was it on the TV? I
Maybe.
think it might have been on the television.
Maybe.
in
Yeah.
Messenbrook. Yeah.
You are definitely TV stars.
Channel 1.
That would make our second time on German TV, actually.
Yeah.
We got on German TV last year too.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
SISSOS?
Yeah,
How fantastic.
very randomly. That was
Oh.
super fun. I started to get messages from people saying, "Did I see you on mainstream television last night?" And I was like, "Yep, that was me." It was
That's
just
awesome.
very kind of last minute.
Otherwise, it's just some bitch impersonating me.
Yeah, but anyway, the whales, the fish, it was a great time.
Yeah, that was-
The travel, just the train trip,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, just the opportunity to be able
Yeah,
to go. Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
important. I don't know
Super
how
nice.
everyone else has felt, but I think that we all share much in this community of feeling frustrated and feeling slightly, I don't know, we're all artists. We all strive and crave the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been very prolific online, doing stuff in the last year. Tell us about that.
What is your secret?
Is this my secret porn career? Or what?
No, you made a beautiful
I?
video clip. You
I
filmed a
did.
fantastic video.
I
Excuse me
did.
as I just lean across and be a fantastic
And
hostess.
look at her
Yes.
shoes.
Yeah, look at my shoes. No, you can't see my
Oh, you
shoes
can't
in
see.
this Or can you? Let's just see. Can you see my shoes?
I can see them in the
The Clermont as well. It's all the
Yeah.
same
So
like
you
shade
would
of
say
pink.
you missed the stage, Amelia?
No, I've been fine without it, clearly.
Lovely.
No, Georgie, you recorded one of your beautiful The Queen.
I did this video at the Ballery, the incredible Ballery,
Absolutely.
with the incredible Simon, to whom you introduced me, and it was amazing. It was the first time I'd done a video production like that in some time, and yeah, just an incredible crew. I sort of panicked a little bit the week before, and my best friend luckily said, "You're stressed, what do you need?" And I said, "I need a sound engineer and a makeup artist, and I haven't done the costume." And she sorted everything out within 5 minutes. So like it all turned out really well.
That's a good friend.
Yeah. And yeah, it's not actually finished yet. The post-production is taking a little while, but the photographs and what I've seen of the edit so far looks really fantastic. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, here's a shout out to the Ballery.
Absolutely.
Beautiful you signed.
Yeah.
So.
How many times will we cheers?
Well, this is what it's a dinner party. I mean, and it's the Last Supper, almost. It's quite crude, isn't it?
It's only with women, though.
Yeah, but this is
And
what the
cute.
Last Supper would look like. There'd be roses, there'd be a green vegetable curry, there'd be poiremonte, and there'd be all the pharmaceuticals just out of camera. I'm joking. It's my perimenopausal stuff. Don't worry about that. And I don't even know why I said that. So, shall we have some dinner? Beautiful women?
Let's
or,
do it, yeah.
Or should we have a song while we're having some dinner? I mean, I know that sounds odd, but like, we're only here for an hour and we're up against Eurovision. Quite frankly, I think everyone here looks way hotter than Eurovision.
We look fabulous.
We are so
Everyone looks beautiful.
coordinated.
I keep meaning to
Yeah,
say,
we're
Amelia,
looking.
your makeup looks
makeup?
tremendous. You just look
What
great.
makeup?
I keep staring at you because it looks so good.
I'm just flushed. Because I'm so excited. But thank you.
It's the famous Australian cheekbones.
What cheekbones? I've got the bone structure of a bagel, but it's all about the porn lighting
bagel.
and the happiness with friends. So,
Well, what do you say we play a song while you serve the dinner? Is that a good? Should we start with breaking in? Maybe.
Yeah, I was just thinking I might actually just double check that all this
Absolutely.
is
you
running.
get up and show that dress off, girl.
I'm
And
gonna
I'll-
just do
I'm
like
going to get up and serve some
a
food.
little strut
Yes.
toward the camera and
Yes.
pass it.
Maybe I will.
These are instruments. These are instruments. So, Freddie, tell us about your Eurovision win this week.
Yeah, I also had my first, I guess, stage experience in 7 months.
7 months, wow.
2 days ago, I did a comedy roast for Comedy Central here in Germany.
Wow.
And I roasted one of my best friends, and it was really fun to win.
Woo! So tell us about what a comedy roast entails for those that don't know.
So
Been living
you
under
get
rocks.
like each party gets 5 jokes, and it's more like 5 like topics.
Right.
Like so you go back and forth, and you try to be really personal, you try to be really funny, and you try to be mean, but it kind of depends on like your style.
Yeah.
So I made fun of that. He's in a polyamorous relationship that he doesn't really want to be in, which is fun. And
Wow.
he's really tiny, but I did not make fun of that because I'm a classy woman.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I forfeited all those jokes. And about like that he's
And they're already frustrated enough. So.
and he's from Cottbus, which is a part in Germany that's like kind of very like working class, like it's like very close to the Czech border, so there's a lot of crystal meth, and he has really bad teeth, his smoking, it was a whole thing. So yeah.
Wow. But polyamorous relationship that you don't want to be in, I mean, honestly, that's just like a 3-layered burger, isn't it? Let's say
I don't know how he does it.
Too much meat.
How do you get out of a polyamorous relationship? Who do you not want to be with in the polyamorous?
No, like she has another boyfriend, so and he doesn't really
Want to share her?
he isn't really happy, but he loves her very much, so he's kind of in it because
Oh, Berlin.
I know.
Oh, Berlin,
It's fun.
honestly.
Wow.
I mean, Berlin, isn't it the sort of place where love wraps itself up in a really ugly cardigan and tells you it wants to be in an open relationship with a really good juggler?
I feel like you're speaking out of experience.
Well, I am. I mean,
That was
honestly.
very specific.
I feel like cardigan though.
Can she make
I
that
must
up on the
admit.
spot?
No, I only started online dating last year, for those of you
That's
interested.
crazy to me.
Well, I mean, my arrogance and ego prevented me from before, but a lovely friend of mine said to me, you know what, Amelia, if you want pizza, order pizza.
Oh, good.
But I was like, yeah, well, but will that pizza like wrap itself around me and gently, you know, caress me? And she goes, yes, that's a calzone. But I didn't want to do it. But then when I was overseas thinking there's a sense of anonymity, no one will know me, I did it. And I ordered myself up some serious pony penis from Hell's Kitchen, which is certainly not entry-level penis after
Calzone.
some months away. But
I'm lost in metaphors right now.
I've been doing yoga for 25 years, so I can do some deep breathing. But it was kind of interesting because, I mean, we've all had one-night stands. We can do that. But I did it. I successfully did it. And then when I came back to Berlin, everything was shut down. And I went, all right, I know everyone's like, you started the pandemic. And I went, well, I'm going to continue it. And I just, started having online dates. And because you couldn't meet in a bar and be like, I'll be the one with the feather in my hat at the end of the bar looking, mysterious and submissive. I was like, I'll be the one with the clinger called Lang, and you can come to this address and come straight into my apartment. So there was no, I guess, you cut out the bullshit.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic for a time as a social experiment. But then, I don't know, I think you're aware, you're happily off a bicycle, but occasionally, need to get around.
I have like no idea if this is true or not because I've met you before today, so she could be saying anything about you.
She's in love. She's got a beautiful partner.
Oh, look how shocked she looks.
But how many times? What is it? Sometimes when you chat with somebody online and they go, "Oh, I'd like to know you better." 3, 2, 1. Can you send me some naked photos of you so I can get to know you better?
Oh,
Really?
gosh. Wow.
Oh, really?
I never got that.
Oh,
never
wow.
got that
You gotta get
either.
off those Christian dating sites. So.
Yeah.
But you're like super sassy in your profile descriptions. I know it. You're like sexual and funny.
No, I'm not. I changed my name to a moniker,
Yeah.
which is
Hilarious.
but I keep my age
Yeah.
because clearly,
Yeah.
Don't lie about your age.
No.
Women shouldn't lie about their age.
ever.
and you are what
Nobody.
they eat. So I am not at all. I'm not ashamed. And to be honest, it's been a lot of fun, but there's a lot of cliches out there, and let's face it, we're all original artists for a reason. And there's a lot of things in the atmosphere that you pull down, especially as comedians,
Yeah, sure.
But to be unoriginal is just, it doesn't sit well with me. And when it's a matter of the heart or intimacy, I'm not looking for love, but I would love someone to love me the way I love. Or just touch me the way I touch.
Just need a
That's about
bicycle
it.
every now and then, right?
Yeah. Without
Touch me like
without
a
the seat on
bicycle
it.
saddle. That's a good song title. Touch me
On
like
that
a
note,
bicycle.
this
On
song's
that
about
Georgie, you're a magnificent musician. I had the pleasure of meeting you so many years ago, and most people go, "Oh, you're Australian, she's Australian, your friend's from Australia," and I'm like,
No, we met in a
no.
basement in Berlin.
We met in a basement, and let's not say which basement. But we definitely met in a basement, and then when we worked out who each other was, I work predominantly in comedy and theatre, but if I could sing and play an instrument the way that you two do, my profile on Tinder would be so much better.
All right. Should we do a song then, Amelia?
Yes,
I would
Yes?
love so
Good
much
song.
for you to sing a song.
All right, let's do it. This is called Breaking In. Before I start, I just wanted to say hi to those who've tuned in and left comments. We don't have anybody manning the
We
desk.
haven't- No, we've got no 16-year-olds.
So if you've written a comment and we haven't replied, that's why, because we're all just here being fabulous. But please keep them coming, and thanks for tuning in. This is called Breaking In.
Maybe she's a mouth trumpet.
Like a pencil on a flower, I'm a fragile little thing. Like ice and Chardonnay, I could be easily broken. Like a green leaf out of place in the winter winds. I'm cold and unfamiliar with the the place I am in, and I won't fall in love in the dark in case I break my fragile skin. And I won't do away with the monsters today, because I am only breaking in. Like a candle in a storm, I could be easily dimmed. Like a wave upon the cliffs, I disappear into the wind. And like a tall tree, standing alone without a skin, I stare into the distance, wonder where I fit in. And if a tree falls down in the woods, then I would like to be around to hear the sound. If you don't believe that I could, I'm gonna cut you down, down, down. Now, if you turn your back on me, I forget about you. I'm only breaking in. It might have taken some time to work it out, but now I'm running in. I know I'm not gonna be weak, I can see what I want and I'm taking it. I know it might have taken some time to work it out, but now I'm breaking in. I'm only breaking in.
Play the spoons.
That's a jazz legend.
Like a candle in a storm, I could be easily dimmed. Like a wave upon the cliffs, I disappear into the wind. And like a tall tree, standing alone without a skin, I stare into the distance, wonder where I fit in. If you turn your back on me, then I'll forget about you. I'm only breaking in. It might have taken some time to work it out, but now I'm running in. And I know I'm not gonna be weak, and I can see what I want, and I'm taking it. I know it might have taken some time to work it out, but now I'm breaking. Woo!
BJ!
And the crowd goes wild.
Honestly, you two, oh my word, SISSOS.
I know.
You two are amazing.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know, I
Thank you
always
very much.
feel like when I hear harmonies, it strikes
I
a chord in me.
know.
And you know, Freddie,
Yeah.
you come from a very strong spiritual background. And it's just, Freddie speaks
Yeah.
in tongues, by the way, linguistic
Not
specialist.
anymore.
Well, I'm sure if we gave you some mushrooms, you'd be going all night. But isn't that amazing?
It is. It's something. Do you have theories about that? Why singing in harmony is so why it makes people so much more emotionally
Well,
activates people more?
I mean, there's kind of the whole music theory and the all maths and science about what notes work together and everything. But with us, I think because we're sisters, our voices, just the genetics.
Oh,
and
your
the
actual
tonal-
sisters.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a metaphor, her big sister.
Oh no, sisters.
What do you mean? Welcome to the party, Freddie.
Legitimately related to each other.
That's beautiful.
Oh, honey. Oh, Freddie, you're beautiful.
Okay, sorry, continue.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think sometimes we even can't tell each other apart if we hear recordings of each other.
Oh, wow.
Our voices are very similar, so I think they work
Just-
well with harmonies somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, there is something, this is what fascinates me about music, is that it's this incredible mix of science and just raw emotion at the same time somehow. If you start to get into music theory, it's literally maths.
Yes.
It's honestly literally maths. It's all frequencies and wavelengths, and it's just very clinical and scientific. But at the same time, how on earth does singing yourself or hearing somebody sing just make you cry out of nowhere? How's that possible? That's what I find so fascinating about music in general, is that it's both. you know.
Because it's like really cerebral, like, or when you listen to beautiful lyrics, like obviously it goes through your brain, but it's also like unspeakably, you know, it's like,
yeah, absolutely, it
can't
touches
really
you
touch
on
it.
this personal level somehow. But it's also, I think when we listen to music, we're activating every part of our brain as
all
well.
the happy pathways, you
Yeah.
know, the amygdala, everything, all of it. But I also feel that because, you know, in the lifetime in the world we live in, there's such a repression of, you know, opening out all of your faculties to embrace everything that you could potentially have access to. So I always thought, you know, when I heard, for example, Amy Winehouse, who left early, but her voice, I felt like she was always such a conduit for an not ethereal, but an otherworldly sound.
Yeah.
You know, and there's another artist like Michael Woodbridge, who's another beautiful artist from, you know, the ballerina, gorgeous human being. He also, it's like opens his throat out and it gives access to something. And I don't know, I think that's why it kind of strikes a chord, because we repress ourselves and we close down to things that make us feel emotions, because we're like, what are you? You know, acting like a girl, or, you know, whatever it is. And it's, you can't deny it when it's just, when it touches you in that place, nothing to do with online dating, but it's really beautiful. Harmonies have always been phenomenal.
Yeah,
to me.
we feel super lucky to be able to touch people in that way.
And your mother was a professional musician.
I was just gonna ask about like how that came about. Were you like a hippie family? Were you like always like singing
Not everyone
together?
are hippies in Australia. We don't also can.
No, we remember our mum singing in restaurants and stuff when we were young. But yeah, no, actually, our mum is she's a very accomplished businesswoman who works in logistics. So it's not really hippy dippy at all. In fact, we grew up like she was a singer when she was younger, and then she started her own business, and we all grew up like working in that business.
Wow.
And we've learned actually a lot from her that we learned in that logistics business really helps to run our music careers now. We're a lot more organised than a lot of other musicians we know because of that experience. Really.
Well, it's a business as well as, you know,
it is,
form.
But at the same time, she taught us how to play our first chords on the guitar. She, you know, our dad as well. He's passed away now, but he was really into the 70s rock and roll music, and Mum was more into the folk side. So like we grew up in a really musical household where it was always encouraged, and like we learned a lot from both of our parents.
I think it's really special when there's always music in the house. Whether it's like, you know, the vinyls playing or opera or musicals like in my house. I used to get off the school bus and Porgy and Bess would be, you know, streaming out the windows of my house, which was about a 4-minute walk from the bus stop. And my friends would go, "Your mum's drinking wine again?" No, sorry, Mum, I'm joking. But you waited until after 6 for your first brandy. But I always loved having music in the house, and I think there's something you can recognise that in other people. Just because I worry about people now who are so separated by their digital devices, and they're all, you know, they're not sharing that one TV program together on the couch as a family or something. I know it sounds all really like, what are you talking about? Like, go take your medication. But there is something really special about it, because look what it created. You know,
well, we're very happy to be able to
magical, beautiful, and how perfect is it that you're both sisters here? I mean,
related sisters.
This is shocking to me.
You have a brother, don't you?
I have 2 brothers and a sister.
Oh, you've got a sister as well. Oh, that's beautiful. Are you close with your sister?
Yeah, I am. She lives far away, but
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so does mine. But yeah, she's like my best friend. So that's what I love when I see you two in my house. Yeah, it's really precious. Now, Freddie.
Yeah.
I want to interview you about something. Darling, when I met you, And yes, it is my dinner party. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I am.
It's a dry old argument,
I
isn't
am
it?
drinking a.
Georgie drank all my wine.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you girls. Seriously,
Well, if you have
my
that dress
word.
on, like, how could you not be drinking?
Exactly. Yeah.
Honestly, I just love your music so much, and I cannot wait.
We love your comedies and stories. Can't wait to hear
Yeah.
some. Can't wait to hear
Yes,
some.
absolutely.
I'm rewriting them in my head as I speak. Now, Freddie is a remarkable comedian, but she's also a magnificent. I hate the word wordsmith. To me, I just go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why don't you like it?
Oh, I don't hate it. Hate is a strong word. I dislike it immensely.
It sounds very serious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like, what am I, hammering steel, with welding goggles? I mean, that actually
Oh,
is
it's
hot.
because of the smith, yeah,
No,
blacksmith,
it's not
goldsmith.
the smith, it's like wordsmith. To me, it's not the brain salad.
It doesn't sound so inspirational. It sounds more like a craft, which it is.
Which it is, yeah.
But also there's like
yeah, but it comes
inspiration.
from it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you are a beautiful Eurovision winner, obviously, of rap and roast battles. Just added that. But also, many years ago in Berlin, of which I've been here, coming up for 9. Georgie, how long you?
Coming up to 8.
8?
I thought we were in the
Maybe
same
we're
year.
the same, yeah.
Weren't you 2013?
Yeah, I think I came to live in that time, but 1 year before that, but that never counts. Yeah,
Right.
whatever. It's been a long
Yeah.
time. We're almost locals. You're on and off for a few years.
Yeah, I think 3, 4. Yeah.
And you're born...
Well, I've been here for 12 years,
Oh, so
and
you
I
win.
think
She wins.
we met in 2015 because that's when I started comedy.
Right. But I met you, I remember you at this beautiful bar in Lagari, and I was there with this other beautiful Australian woman who lived here for 3 years, Megan Spencer. And we were sitting there, and she had seen you before, and she said, this girl is amazing. She's got this incredible piece of work that she did. So I don't know if you feel like doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually pull out my phone just to have the words there to be sure.
She's checking in on Tinder. Tell the truth. I'm going to get another bottle of champagne.
There's
because
nothing there.
I've only got 1 sip left.
Oh no!
Oh,
Do
oh, that's terrible. We don't want
No, we
Amelia
can't
to be under
run out of
drunk.
champagne.
Underdrunk.
Under.
Love that, yeah.
Yeah. Wee.
Like, how many bottles of pink champagne are there in Berlin?
It's thematic, all right? It's thematic,
Okay.
all right? So, Freddie, do you mind doing your beautiful...
Yeah.
Oh, because you're amazing and I just...
It's a really beautiful opportunity because I don't do it a lot because now I'm so in the comedy world that sometimes it's actually hard to do the switch and be like kind of emotionally vulnerable because as a comedian, you know, it's like you're always like tough, especially as a woman on stage.
I think there's a certain amount of vulnerability.
Yeah, but you're a
yes.
little further ahead in the.
What do
on
you mean,
that
old?
path,
Get
on
out.
that path,
Out.
you're just like mature, you're wise, you're accomplished. Okay. Let's try and be very serious and emotional now. Okay. Okay. The poem is called "My Heart, a Dance Floor." It goes like this. Let me tell you something about movement. A heart and its pounding, a song and its sounding. It starts and ends with a dance. So, my first disco night. My feet start moving, the words come quick. The next day, it takes only a click to find our song in every candy music shop. My heart is a dance floor, and right now, they're playing pop. And then I see you across the room, mysterious and fine, with your eyes, your body, your soul. We know we both have the same lovely goal. My heart is a dance floor, and now it's playing rock and roll. And then it's skinny jeans and take them off and blush. We're happy, we're broke, we get 2 straws for every Coke. My heart is a dance floor, and now they're playing folk. And so we go from mixing tapes to mixing bodily fluids, and with our mixed circle of friends, we're the coolest couple in every club. My heart is a dance floor, and oh yeah, they're playing hip hop. And then we're in this other club, and this other girl is apparently really something to look at, and my grace strings to that of a teenage drunk. My heart is a dance floor, and they're fucking playing punk. And then my heart starts racing. I'm getting ahead and falling behind. You say it's all good and don't get all crazy. Well, crazy my ass. My heart is a dance floor, and I swear they're playing some kind of free jazz. And then I'm dragged to my mom's cousin's stepdaughter's wedding where the Cake sucks and the DJ is cruel. I'm dancing alone and have no ring. My heart is a dance floor, and then he dares to play swing. And the bride makes me want to own every stinking white dress in town. So you have to marry me and see that I really am the only one to fill your heart-shaped hole. My heart is a dance floor, and now they're playing soul. And my dad across the table means well and asks me what I want for my birthday, and I say a home, and he tries to reason with me, but it's no use. My heart is a dance floor, and I just won't stop playing the blues. And so I end up in this bar, but my soul, it stays with you, no doubt, spending the night Googling the words unrequited love or hostile. My heart is a dance floor, but what I really need right now is some gospel. And so I'm starting to dance, but it's no good, and no one steps in. I look troubled enough, and the dance floor grows dim. And then my heart grows quiet with the sound that is left. They put on the song that I didn't expect. 3 silent minutes in the ballroom alone. So this was the story of the music and the heart, and why sometimes it's impossible to tell them apart. And tonight, go to your room, carefully pick out a song, and if you're lucky, it'll make you forget that you don't have a home.
Freddie Grant. Oh, babes, you're beautiful.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Yeah, you're crying. You're crying.
No, you're crying. Not
Oh
even.
my
I've just got something in
word.
my eyes.
So much beauty. Oh,
Oh,
Freddie,
so
Freddie,
beautiful.
Freddie, that is phenomenal. Honestly, that
I'm not crying.
this is the greatest dinner party. Who would like some more rosé?
There's somebody chopping onions in there.
I've got some onion goggles. This is what I remember Freddie from, and Megan as well, who honestly, those words, that evocative, you know, the one I love storytelling and all that jazz, and I did some research about storytelling versus data, voila. And you know, when a storyteller or a poet or an artist is so evocative and so riveting, this thing happens called neural coupling. You know about that? Yeah. Well, it's where we are both, the audience is in the same vehicle as the performer. Because your words are taking and, you know, transposing us to exactly, we all went to the dance floor, didn't we?
Yeah,
And-
absolutely.
But it was not just the dance floor, you were taking us through all these factions. And so you start to sort of, I guess, harmonize with the performer. And so you release, you have more compassion for the performer, so therefore you release more oxytocin, the
Like empathy.
yeah,
makes
you have more
happy.
empathy, exactly. So there's all the sort of elements of mindfulness are there, and it's just so powerful, and it hits your amygdala, which is your decision making area, and before you know it, you have decided to fall in love or avoid risk before you've known it. And this neural coupling is so powerful, and your words are just phenomenal.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
beautiful, beautiful.
Really.
Oh, thank you. It was really
So
fun
beautiful.
to do it in this kind of really intimate atmosphere.
Absolutely, yeah.
So intimate, absolutely.
It's sort of more difficult, isn't it, than performing to an audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Because
did
you're
great.
like so
yeah.
close.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting emotional. I don't want to.
I was like, I'm staring at her. Should I stop staring at her? I can't stop staring at her. Oh my God.
No, you should never stop staring at her.
Well,
She's beautiful.
speaking of intimate and emotional settings, Amelia Jane Hunter, would you like to do some kind of story or a poem or joke or something?
A joke would be so inappropriate right now. Knock, knock. No. I don't know. I mean, I think it would be better to have a song or
Okay,
something,
sure.
because Freddie's words are still
totally didn't
lingering
click
in the
the jingle.
air. And
Cool. Great.
Sorry.
No, it's right.
How beautiful. You didn't even know your phone,
I
right?
know.
So,
I have
so
an amazing brain
perfect.
as well.
So will we do something afterwards where when
What do
anyone
we do?
who's watching wants to fall in love with any individual one of us, we'll be able to give you details of who we are.
And also, you can book Amelia's for massages, which she is amazing.
Dreams or something? Yep.
That was beautiful, right?
Yeah.
You know, I think I had this exact top.
Should we
My
do
mum
that
brought me
first?
this top.
Seeing as we
Nice.
just
She's
did
so
that
pretty,
big
pretty,
emotional
pretty.
thing. Do you
Now,
want
anyone wants
to
food?
Should I play it? Could you?
So
Oh,
just
yeah.
a-
Open chords.
I mean, I would. Let's,
Yeah.
let's pretend it's a
Click.
It is a dinner party.
It's
cool.
it's clicked
Look
off.
at
She
this.
did.
I
Clicked
cooked.
off. Yeah.
And
I
there's
just
some rice.
didn't
I
notice
almost
till the end
burnt
that I
it.
hadn't clicked it
Look
off.
at
Nice.
Oh. Clicked it off.
I'm gonna have
Oh, so
cocktails
it's
and
been.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Brr.
No, it's
Right.
it didn't. It
Whatever.
just was recording through there last time.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be great. It's live, ladies and gentlemen. It's all live.
You know, there's no takebacks. We
So-
can't edit a single thing.
Um,
So I'm just pouring myself a drink. Anyone else?
I'm good for now.
I'm
thank
okay
you.
for
It's
now.
all pink.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie, we decided to play this song because we were inspired by
cool.
your poem.
Mm.
It's
So,
gonna be sad and depressing.
Yeah.
yes, actually.
More
yes.
onions,
No, but like in a beautiful way.
This is well, hopefully. This is do you want to introduce it, Sisso? What's the song about? No, I was
She's
just carrying
hydrating.
on.
She's hydrating.
Don't stop her.
This is a song about not being able. It's called "You Can't Have Both," and it's written about a relationship that is not working because one person wants to be able to travel the world and be free and do whatever they want, and also keep the other person in a relationship. And although that may be able to work for some people in this particular situation, it did not. And
the protagonist is feeling
Is at the table.
and so you can't have both of those things at the same time.
even though some people can.
Yeah. After this, we're gonna
Maybe
argue
some
about
other people.
Yeah, exactly.
One day you told me that you would just wait for her to realize she made a mistake. You were sure she would come back to stay, and I thought you were insane. But here I am now, 5 years down the track, and I'm the one waiting for you to come back. Somehow it's me, can't bring myself to see your mind's made up and you don't want me. Your mind's made up and you don't want me. You can say that you love me as many times as you want. I can hear that you miss me from the other side of the phone. You can say that you need another day alone. But darling, you can't have both. 'Cause you always see the world through very different eyes. You think outside the box and you read between the lines, but you don't cross any T's and you don't dot any I's. I'm just a song you wrote and left behind. You can say that you love me as many times as you want. I can hear that you miss me from the other side of the phone. You can say that you need another week alone. But darling, you can't have both. 'Cause I gave you the best of both worlds, and so far didn't I? And I've always done my best to compromise. But you and I both know we've come to the end of the line. Put your money where your mouth is and just make up your mind. You can say that you love me as many times
But I love that. It was, what was it? You cross your T's and dot your I's. I'm just a song I sang and left behind. What was that line? It was
Song
so
you
beautiful.
wrote and left behind. Yeah, I love that line too.
That is beautiful.
Great line, Sisso. Great job.
Oh.
Great job.
Oh my god, you got to put this highly expensive jewels that I inherited from no grandmother.
Great.
That'll match your dress.
Oh, yeah, that looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh my gosh,
Good,
yeah,
that is beautiful.
Should I just check on the?
Yes,
Yeah.
check on everything.
Just make sure everything's still
Check on
running.
everything. Yeah.
Also the time.
Also the time.
I have like no sense of, it could be 15 minutes, it could be 40.
No, it's at least. I think we
It's
could
like
almost
30.
be there. We only want to
Yeah.
keep you for an hour because.
It's 45.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
perfect. Perfect.
Great.
I think that we are.
Had a lot of comments as well.
Should we
I
like?
haven't read through them all, but there's some hilarious
Oh,
comments.
that's
Oh,
good.
I think
I'm
your
good.
comedy's a hit, the story's been a hit. That's great.
Well, you know, obviously it looks like we're just doing everything for the camera, which we kind of are. But I mean, when we did our show together, Steph, it was just so much fun. And Georgie, you filmed it and edited it and did an amazing job. And it was something so beautiful, living so far away from our families, and yeah, you're not close to yours, to be able to take a body of work and say, oh, this is what I'm doing, you know, and they can see you and they can go, oh, you know, and also like when we made our words and music, people were like, oh, that's at your apartment, it's a nice apartment. I was like, nah, whatever.
It is beautiful.
It's not bad. It's okay. But no, it's lovely. But I've thought when I said to you girls, let's do it again, you know.
Yeah.
It came out of a craving, for friendship, community, solidarity, sisterhood. But I was like, come on, let's just have fun again together.
Yeah, I'm so happy you came up with this idea, and this is brilliant. I
Yeah.
love the dinner party thing.
I know this
We
will
haven't
need to
eaten
be,
yet.
That's fine.
It needs to be warmed up, but not a problem. Shh, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not even real.
We're having grapes for dinner.
Yeah, crushed grapes.
Crushed grapes.
It's basically
Honestly,
a fruit
you
salad.
women are the best. The best. And I guess that, I mean, I really didn't plan anything per se, because I thought we'll just go with the flow. But because you're such remarkable women, I thought maybe I would tell you this one thing that I wrote about possibly an unremarkable woman. Although when you come across people who, I don't know, have you ever experienced shame language?
Oh, people putting me down?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
You?
Shame language.
Yeah.
Well.
I've never heard that term, but
Yeah.
certainly experienced people putting me down.
Yeah.
Just experienced it 5 minutes ago at the wine shop, actually.
Wow.
What a douche!
Really?
My God, this
Not my
guy.
wine shop. Please, not my wine
No,
shop.
it's my wine shop.
Oh.
The Enzo wasn't there.
Oh,
It was this
love
other
Enzo.
person I'd never met before.
Oh.
He was very rude.
What do you say?
Oh, he was just a bit of a, I don't know, it was just, I felt as though
Dismissive?
he just wanted to be dismissive toward
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's difficult. I think, you know, when you are a larger than life person or a performer or an extrovert, or you know, you just choose to step up on stage and do what we do, which is a vocation for me, and I think for you as well, right? That you're an easy target sometimes. And when you're colourful and a bit bombastic, you can be a really easy target sometimes.
absolutely, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And years ago, this woman said something, not to me, but to my friend. And my friend spoke to her husband about it, and he said, don't tell her that. But my friend, being a good friend, she told me it. And I was so horrified. You know, because I feel like I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm not even in my 30s. I'm 18. So this lighting's all wrong. No, but I was really horrified, and I felt compelled, you know, as art and writing and catharsis that comes from it. And not everything you write always makes it to the stage. But I decided that I would put this into a show because it was the only way to sort of deal with it. So this is something I prepared earlier. So people have called me names, and not the ones I would have imagined. Your spiritual eminence, incomparable overlord, mistress of mind control and wasp eradication. Defamed, judged, for my self-confidence and sexual proclivities. That is the story of my life. I often feel like I am a flotation device for sad souls. But when I am defamed as sexually aggressive, I draw the line. I know, sticks and stones will break bones, but you know what? My martial arts training could permanently disfigure you. I'm joking. I do that often to mask the hurt. Sure, I was in Berlin for less than 12 minutes before I had my pants down in Silver Future. One foot balanced on the toilet seat, the other one wrapped around the neck of some glorious long-lashed giant, balancing my body weight upon his chin whilst desperately clinging to the emergency latch of the window. Or latch of the emergency window. I joke again. There's no emergency windows in Silver Future. You know, sexual aggression refers to potentially violent behaviour based on sexual gratification, regardless of the participation on the part of the partner. I guess what hurt the most was that these words, this libel, was uttered by a woman. Does my ability to quantify my thoughts, critically think, pee my pants running for a tram, sing karaoke with a Filipino militia somehow threaten her? You know, 12-year-old girls have taken bullets to the skull for their right to education. They've been kidnapped for personal hell and professional traction and stoned for refusing to marry an old man. And yet, this much-loved middle-class white Western woman plunges a dagger into my sensibility. Why? Why? Because I represent everything she is not. Fearless. I know who she is. I know who they all are. I hear them coming before they've rounded the corner. Their voices cut through the atmosphere like a guillotine to my dreams. They are so afraid to find softness where the feminine resides. You know, I could crush their skulls into geisha face powder and wear them across my face to a costume party. Could you imagine that? Me, a feminist, masquerading as a sexual submissive, sold into servitude and slavery? But you've seen my kimonos. I look fantastic. But I reiterate, it is a costume party and a nonsensical concoction of my mind. I'm not angry. I'm furious. I'm furious and I'm sad that women like her continue to propagate fear of the unknown. Swooping, flocking together, swooping about my head, trying to create confusion and chaos. So I waved them away with the kind words that they seem not to be accustomed to. And I invite my beautiful friends around, and I go along on my merry way.
Wow!
Let's just suck the oxygen out of the air.
So powerful, Amelia. That was incredible. Really felt every word. That was beautiful.
I don't mean to bring the energy down. In fact, I want to raise the energy because the thing is, it's really a horrible thing, especially for us as women, to hear another woman sort of diss you in a way.
Absolutely.
And even though there's a million girls, like anyone who speaks in a baby voice, you know, citizens arrest. You know, blondes in pink, citizens arrest, right?
Legally Blonde was an amazing movie.
Anyone who goes, I don't know, I might have to see what my partner says. Citizens arrest, right? But I would never diss a sister. I try not to, because it's so imperative that, you know, we have each other's backs.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
especially really when it comes to sexual freedom. Like
Exactly.
I really hate this double standard of where women are shamed for having sex, enjoying sex, being with different partners, whatever it is, and men are encouraged to behave in exactly the same way that women are shamed for. And it just, I really thought, you know, that I felt growing up sort of 20 years ago that was changing, but now I see that it's not. It's possibly even just getting worse.
Because you're still growing up, you know, and with every moment that pass, you know, we just constantly adding to our wisdom and our experiences, and also I felt like certainly with mindfulness and meditation and just being a bit calmer, to be able to sit back and say, ooh, I really could evoke something quite aggressive here, but that's not going to teach anyone anything. You know, I always said I'm an overly opinionated, borderline belligerent, sexually empowered, knowledgeable woman with a thirst for adventure, sense of knowledge, and questionable tastes when it comes to sausage condiments. But it's funny because,
It's a great catchphrase.
It's a great catchphrase. We're just going to shorten it and put it onto a hat.
Put that in your bio, yeah.
Let's make some t-shirts.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, Freddie, you're sort of in my age. I think we're in the same box. No, I think you're in the box below.
I don't know. But
Whatever box you're in,
we're both
it's a
in the
nice
40s.
box.
Yeah.
We're in our 40s. That's right. And I feel that, you know, being a little bit single, which is kind of like being a little bit pregnant, that you're a bit of I'm a bit of a threat, I perceive, from some of my friends, because I come in with no filter. Although, as I said, you know, over time I've learned to be gentler, softer, not as, you know, bolshy and kicking doors down. I can still kick a door down and have more weight than a, you know, Freightliner. But I think because couples can, you know, or some people can sort of curb their behavior or something. So when you come in unfettered, unfiltered, you're like, whoa! And I don't know, I think most humans, specifically women, they have this very sort of protective, like, you know, not my man, you know. And I just go, yeah, do you think I want a jowly, double-chinned, Lowe's t-shirt wearing fucking thongs, fucking Fred Flintstone fat-toed knob end?
At Lowe's.
How many Australians watching this? That's
The
just
stripy polo hair.
at Lowe's.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well
I'd
also
bang one of
put
those guys.
you may as well put a sign on the top saying "Don't do blowjobs anymore." I mean, those t-shirts, they're just terrible. That and Crocs, the shoes. But I just thought, I mean, you're like you. I'm used to comedy, and I'm used to the happiness and joy and punctuating the air with like, let me make you happy because I'm the class clown. But when somebody makes you really hurt, and hurt is such a big thing, it sticks with you, right?
What was the term that you used? Shame
Shame
language. Yeah.
You know, it's like any
That's
negative word,
terrible.
which I really don't like to utter, because I don't really want it in my coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I really try.
I like the term shame language to describe it, because I think we all know what it means.
Yeah.
But you don't need to say any of the words.
No, and this pious pontificating, finger pointing, you know, and I just think, and I really try very carefully to not look at these people and go, oh, you must be sad, because that's also a bit of a judgment.
Sure, yeah.
But I also see it as some cantilever for there's a lack of joy in there. If you're having a really big go at somebody, you know, why?
Especially if it's a woman having a go at another woman, particularly shaming her for something, it's just internalized misogyny, you know. It's just this, we've all grown up in this sort of society, sexist society, and sometimes we internalize some of that and turn it against
And
ourselves.
I've
women.
definitely done it. Like,
we all do in some way, yeah, sure. It's just
where somebody was like very sexually provocative and it made me feel uncomfortable. I was like, you know, maybe that's not such a good choice for you. And she was highly offended, and I probably wouldn't do it like that again. But, you know, and she was like, you're just projecting. And I'm like, no, I'm not, but I probably was.
Maybe that's the thing.
But isn't that the beautiful thing about evolution? You know, we go through our quandaries and we have our foibles. But it's. I mean, I've behaved disgracefully in my time. I was a tour guide in Kakadu National Park in the north of Australia, and I was one of 3 tour guides at the age of 21 years old. And the other 2 were a 36-year-old woman who they had a defamatory name for, which I can't remember, and the other one was a 56-year-old woman who they had a really defamatory name for, which I can remember, but I'm not going to utter. And I remember thinking, wow, this is uncool that you're all speaking like this. However, because I was 21, I had a ring in my nose, I had hairy armpits, I was absolutely a super hippie, I had really short hair, and I had a beautiful boyfriend at the time who was also a tour guide and a bit older than me, and no one knew who he was. And he was a really gentle, beautiful, intelligent tour guide who was not part of the melee of the machismo crocodile teeth necklace wearing, you know. I mean, these dudes were so dumb. They'd go, when a tourist, you know, a backpacker would say, oh, what's that tree? And they'd go, that tree is the Eucalyptus melaleuca. I mean, that's 2 different families of tree that they was too dumb to consider. But I was in this world, and it was pungent. It was so pungent.
Yeah.
And I navigated that and found my friends within it. But in a way, it's like we're constantly playing dodgeball. Or we're constantly,
absolutely.
You know, as a martial artist, you're always deflecting, you know?
And it's hard enough to deflect with men, let alone like
other women.
Someone who you presume is on your side.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
it isn't.
It's really, really hurtful.
Yeah,
you know?
that's exactly right. When it's a man, you can kind of go, oh well, I'm used to this.
Yeah.
He's the enemy,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, but when it's another woman, and it hurts way more. Absolutely.
And it was actually not just another woman; it was an Australian woman, and a highly intelligent Australian woman. Just because I was speaking to her husband one night at a party. I mean, for goodness sake.
But I mean, probably he did.
I wouldn't pick him out of a police lineup.
But
I wouldn't want to pick him up.
But Amelia, he probably did look at you, and so she was threatened. And of course,
because
like,
you're a babe.
Yeah, because I think.
I'm sorry, what?
Especially if the guy like looks at you at the person on stage, which is not your actual personalities. At least I think as a comedian, you're like a little bit larger than life.
Of course,
they have an idea of you, but that's not you.
Totally, it's the same as a musician as well. You're standing on stage,
and you're like, oh my god, you're a poet 24/7. That's so amazing.
Yeah, and I feel like people with the stage thing, they feel as though if you are a good performer and you speak to your audience in an intimate way, then they often can feel as though they know you after you've performed. But whereas you don't necessarily know them because you're just, you know, that's a part of your professionalism, is to be able to convey intimacy to a large group of people.
And authenticity.
Which is a difficult thing to do. And authenticity, yeah. So but often people can think, oh, I now know who you are and we're friends. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have ever had that thing where people say, oh, we've met before, and turns out they've just seen you on stage. Yeah, this sort of thing. So.
I mean, you know, doesn't anyone listen to Fleetwood Mac anymore? Players only love you when I'm playing. They're playing. Sorry, why was I even trying to sing in front of 2 amazing singers?
No, I put you down. You should sing more.
Our band name is Fleetwood Mac, actually.
All I know
that's us.
We're all a big happy family.
Yeah.
Well, I think that this is beautiful, and this is going to have to be warmed up. But what do you reckon about... what do you think about a song to take everyone out? Because honestly, your music, you two, this view I have, and this party we're going to have, by the way. I mean, we might do some outtakes, will we? We might do something. We might do the after party to the dinner party. We can do
we just live stream them forever.
Do you want it? Do you want some after party
Should we do
outtakes?
some after party
Yeah,
outtakes?
because honestly, we haven't
Send
turned
us
these
a-
lights around to see what's behind. There's a breakdancing mat.
It's gonna be all down
There's
uphill from here.
costumes.
Giraffe.
There's black plastic with some olive oil. I don't know what that means, but
All right,
Can you
do.
plug me in?
Because you bought it.
I'm gonna do leave it now.
Yeah, I guess so. What else would we do? Yeah.
I do love my little jokes. Righto, SISSOS, what do you got from us? So, just a reminder, even though, of course, if you're watching, you would know exactly who this is. The magnificent Steph Fisher. The beautiful, little, magnificent, adorable sister. Stand up and show everyone that fantastic
Oh,
dress,
yeah.
by the way.
Look at my dress.
Gorgeous.
Ah, that is beautiful.
Fancy.
And it's rayon, so it's not going to catch fire as quick as polyester. Well, my pants are polyester, so don't smoke around me. And the magnificent Georgie Fisher, who of course you would know.
G'day, guys.
And g'day, guys.
Good idea.
So is the name of your band SISSOS? Is that because of sisters?
Yeah, it's because it's
That's their nickname, right?
we're Australian. We say, "Oi, sisso."
Ah, see, I'm learning so much.
There you go.
Well, my sister and I say sissy.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
think
what
that
is happening?
the general rule is
Sorry,
you say
that's all right.
either I, O, A or E on the end of something to
No,
make it.
Y. We put Y
Oh,
on
Y.
everything.
Yeah, so it'd be
Matey.
Sisso, Sissa,
Matey,
Sissy, Matey,
Steffi,
Stevo,
Georgie.
You're
Matto.
just against like full
Mealy.
words.
Freddie.
Yeah, you just Freddie, Matto,
Yeah.
Stevo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shorten the word and you add either an I or
Yeah.
or
Because you're
Y
just so
or an
fucking laid
O.
back.
Yeah,
So do you
Yeah,
think a
just
Chico
like-
roll used to be a chicken roll?
yeah.
Could be, yeah, could be.
Really?
Chicken
Sometimes we
What
even
part of
make
chicken would be in that
words
Chico
longer
roll?
Oh.
to add the O. So your name could be Matt, and your name becomes
Matto.
Maddie
Yeah.
or Matto.
Matto.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, I mean Matthew.
Yeah,
But yeah, you you just
No.
say Matt.
Hey,
You say
Australians,
Matt.
Australians do not do syllables.
True.
True, true,
Not at all.
Yeah. All right. So this
Okay,
is it. We're
switch
closing
room.
now. We're probably at around an hour. Thank you everybody for watching, listening.
And we will eat. Don't forget, we're not those sort of
Nobody
women who
cares.
don't eat.
I just want to give a cheers to you, Amelia. Thank you
Thank you.
for hosting us.
Oh my God, this is, I think, going to be the first of many.
And I would
Hi,
love
Freddie.
that. And it's lovely to meet you, Freddie. And
It's
your
so nice to meet you
poetry
guys.
is fantastic. And it's
Isn't it?
great. It's
You wait
all
till you
just
see
great.
her rap roast battle.
Is this
She does it in a
is the rap-
tracksuit.
Oh.
She does it in a tracksuit.
Stop talking.
Is that real or is that okay?
I just do comedy roast, not rap battle.
The roast battle is, but she's going to do roast rap battle next time.
No,
What if you
no.
just did comedy in a tracksuit? That would be.
That sounds like German mainstream comedy.
Yeah, that's like every male's
And now I'm sad.
dress up outfit.
I found a photograph of us when we were happy, and not only that, but you were looking at me like I was the only one for you. And I've got memories inside of all the things that you gave to me, even in the songs that you sent for me, where I was the one for you. Said the next time you go searching for all that glitters and gold, you better listen out, boy, 'cause you never heard me the first 5 times I told you that the girl that you leave here, she gonna disappear. You ain't gonna know her when you wanna get found. I won't be around, waiting for a change that isn't coming right now. Yeah. Said I'm leaving town. The next time you look back here, I'm gonna make a sound. No, 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 no. I used to smile once at all the little things that remind me of you and me, and us, and the kind of love we just don't have no more. And now I wanna be blind, and all I do is cry, analyze, and try to remember why we just don't have it no more. You said the next time you go searching for all the glitters and gold, you up, boy, 'cause you never hurt me the first 5 times I told you that the nigga that you leave free, she gonna disappear. You ain't gonna know her when you wanna get found. I won't be around, waiting for a change that isn't coming right now. Said I'm leaving town. Next time you look back here, well, I'm not gonna make a sound. Oh no, no, I don't know what you're searching for. Oh, 'cause every time you would fly, I would die a little bit inside, lying on the floor. I used to let you sketch to count all the days I lived, hoping you would just can't show you changing. 'Cause I'm sick of waiting for you to go and change your mind. And I'm suffocated trying to get your attention while another year goes by.
Everybody!
Said I won't be around. Woo! Waiting for a change that isn't coming right now. Said I'm leaving town. The next time you look back here, well, I'm not gonna make a sound. No, no, no. Cheers, everybody. To Amelia Jane Hunter.
Amelia Jane Hunter.
This has been absolutely amazing. Eurovision,
toasting.
eat your heart out. Thank you so much for those of you who have been watching, who are watching, who've tuned in, or will see afterwards. You're all beautiful. This is magnificent. This is the first of many to come.
I feel this is going to be a series.
It's
ladies
going to be
and gents.
great. Thank you so much.
All right,
Practice
there you go.
random acts of kindness. I'm available for babysitting and children's parties. You are all fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to heat this up. Yes, it's real and women eat. We have been fished with our bicycles. A female feast.
Great job, everybody.